Welcome back to WagerTalk TV. I'm Marco D'Angelo, joined in studio with Bryan Leonard. You can find him at B Leonard Sports on Twitter. You can find me at Marco in Vegas. Bryan, big weekend. Big news in the NBA. Season just ended. Blockbuster deal. Anthony Davis heading to the Los Angeles Lakers. They're already the favorite. They only have 6 signed players on the team. How in the hell can they be the NBA favorite to win the championship? Are these guys on drugs or what?
They're only playing 6 players this year. They're so good. They don't even need to sign anybody else.
What do you make of this?
First off, anytime a star player moves, it's an overreaction. When you get 2 star players on the same team, it's even more of an overreaction. And now there's talk that either Kyrie or one of the other superstars that are out there are going to come to LA to make it a triumvirate.
Another big 3.
Which could work out very well. Or if one of them gets hurt, a couple of them get hurt, and they got minimum wage guys that aren't very good. It all comes down to how many guys are searching for the ring. Now, we've been around for a real long time, and we've seen Gary Payton has gone for the ring.
Charles Barkley went for it at the end of his career.
Charles Barkley at one point. Karl Malone went for the ring. Are those kind of guys out there right now, though? I mean, Golden State had a guy a few years ago that they went in and he got, and I think he's out of the league now, but he was a good player. But how many of those guys are willing to do it at this point because they know they're not going to make much money at all? That's the part we run into. LeBron went there last year, thought everybody was going to join him, and I'll be honest with you, I love LeBron. I love everything he's done for the community of Akron and Ohio. His stock isn't what it used to be. And there's people that don't like playing for him. Last year, he went behind the young players' backs and we're saying we got to get rid of these guys. He did something similar when he was in Cleveland. When you're doing that kind of thing, how many people are actually going to want to come and play with you? So he may
How many
get
coaches want to come too?
Because he's going to get the 2 or 3 guys, and he's not going to get the people he wants. And on the other hand, I thought it was great that the old general manager of Cleveland, who is now in New Orleans, he's dealt with that already with LeBron back when he played for the Cavs. I thought, even though in the short term, obviously, New Orleans got the lesser of the deal, in the long run, I cannot believe the Lakers gave up so much. And I'm not even big fans of some of those players, but they gave up way too much in my regard for the long run. If you're going to look in 10 years, who had the better overall record? New Orleans is going to have the better overall record than the Lakers in the next 10 years. So that tells me I think the Lakers overpaid in that.
There's a prop at the Westgate right now that you can bet, will the Lakers win the championship in the next 2 years? It's a simple yes or no. People are pounding that like, it's going to happen. I don't think it's happening this year. For them to be the favorite is ridiculous. And we joked about they only got 6 guys on the roster. They only have I think $22 million left in salary cap. Here's the thing. You're the GM now, all right? You went out and made the blockbuster deal, but you sold your soul to do it. Do you take that $22 million and go get a third big piece, which is going to take basically the rest of that $22 million to get, or do you take that $22 million and go out and get 3 middle guys, okay, break up that $22 million and get this team some depth to work with the big 2? If I'm the GM, I got to go for depth on this team if you're going to have any shot. You have just 3 guys, you got no depth, they're going to get wore out, or you're going to be sitting guys, which becomes more and more of a trend in the NBA to try to get them to the playoffs. So with that happening, I think it's going to present a lot of golden opportunities for us as bettors, and one of them is going to be they got to wait till the draft is done and see who lands where and such. But the minute they bring these season win totals out, we've already seen what the reaction has been to the Lakers to win the NBA Finals. You're going to see that same reaction on the season win totals. Everybody's going to want to bet them over. And I'm going to tell you, we don't like to use the word locks around, but I think this is as close to a stone cold play for the under on the Lakers for several reasons. Now, I'll wait and see what the number is and see, how ridiculous Vegas gets and the public makes it. But here's the thing. You bring new players in. These guys got to learn how to play together. We saw it every time you had the big mix. It took a month in Miami for them to get on a winning track. They were a 500 ball club out of the gate down there, and they weren't covering the spreads because they were overrated. So much value going against them early. But because they're going to have that learning curve, they're not going to be winning that first month of the season at the pace that is projected for them on the season win total. I think there's tremendous value on the under.
I think everybody is going to, the public is going to buy, especially the LA Lakers fans. They're dying.
And this is an LA market here.
And we're right next to LA here. They're going to come in and they're going to bet the Lakers over. The question is, and every wise guy I've talked to has said the under. When do you come in and bet the under? I wouldn't do it at the beginning because I would let it go up for a little bit.
But it's going to be a race. It's going to be a race with the Sharks.
But keep in mind, at this point, Kawhi, there's been talk that he's going to go play for the Clippers. The Clippers right now are the better all-around team as the Lakers are with the 6 guys they have. If he goes to the Clippers, they might not even be the best team in LA. Right. And as to the point we're playing together, we saw that in Cleveland, we saw that in Miami, we saw it with the Lakers this year. It takes a time to get those players on
same page. The chemistry doesn't gel overnight.
It's not that easy in sports betting. You just don't put a bunch of superstars together and all of a sudden win. It's a team game. Baseball's a little bit different. It's more of an individual game. Mm-hmm. Basketball and football, it's a lot of timing issues and things like that. So I'm in full agreement with you. The Lakers originally were moved from, I think, 16-1 because they anticipated it, down to 4-1, which was a bad number anyway. Now it's down to 3-1.
For them to bet from 4-1 to 3-1 on the Lakers with just because of Anthony Davis is absolutely insane.
And you have to wait at this point 11 months to get your money. Yeah. Why would anybody do that? You can make a whole lot more money with that money that you would have tied up for that.
Absolutely. I agree with you. And then let's throw the last part and we'll close this up. If they don't go out and get the depth and they have like the Super 3, you're going to have games where they're sitting out. That's going to cost you some wins because they got to rest these guys. And God forbid, if Anthony Davis or LeBron gets hurt, and both of them have missed games in the last 2 seasons, gets hurt for any period of time, we saw what the Lakers did when LeBron went out last year. Now, of course, there's another piece there. But it's going to affect wins that are not going to be there. There's so many things stacked up against this team not to hit the number that they're going to put out, yet Vegas is going to put a high number because they know they're going to bet it.
You touched on the Kawhi deal with sitting out a lot of the season to be fresh in the playoffs. LeBron sees that. LeBron is one of those guys who knows his body better than anybody. He's going to be sitting out more games this year than he probably ever has in the past. Not only because he's older, but because he sees how it's done. The NBA is not happy about it, and they've talked about what they want to do. I don't think it's going to happen.
No, I agree with you. Hey guys, if you like these videos, give us a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget, every Tuesday at WagerTalk, it's $2 Tuesday. We pick one capper and we offer their best bet for just $2. Check it out every Tuesday. It's a great way to get a hot handicapper at a very cheap price, just $2, or try a capper you never tried before. Check it out every Tuesday at WagerTalk. We'll be back with more at WagerTalk TV.